We've got the Honda CR-V Hybrid and the Kia Sportage Hybrid in our comparison this week.
Did you say Sportage?
I did, Sportage.
South of the border, that's the Kia Sportage.
Yep.
It's the same vehicle. Welcome to the Motormouth YouTube channel. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrea.
And if you like this comparison, we do them all the time. It'd be great if you could subscribe. So let's get into it.
The CR-V Hybrid has a 2-liter 4-cylinder Atkinson cycle engine with Honda's new 4th-generation hybrid system, featuring a pair of electric motors. It's matched to an ECVT and has a combined 204 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque. Standard all-wheel drive in Canada, front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available in the U.S. You get about 835 kilometers, 519 miles to every fill.
The Kia Hybrid has a 1.6-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine and a conventional 6-speed automatic transmission. It has more power at 227 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Standard all-wheel drive in Canada, front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available in the U.S., and you get about 838 kilometers or 521 miles to every fill.
The CR-V Hybrid offers a natural driving experience. It's smooth and refined. The hybrid powertrain almost exclusively relies on the electric motor to power the wheels. The engine is only directly connected when at a constant cruise to maximize efficiency. Honda says there isn't an exact number at which point the gas engine kicks in. The system consistently assesses the different driving conditions and based on those conditions will decide which manner is best to drive the wheels. Only during high-speed cruising or towing situations are the wheels driven by the gas engine. You can control the regen braking by using B mode or the paddle shifters on the steering wheel, but it won't bring the vehicle to a complete stop. Honda says they added this system to prepare its buyers for a pure EV one day.
The Kia is comfortable, smooth, and offers a refined drive just like the CR-V. Whether you're on the highway or in the city, accelerating quickly or from a stop sign, the cabin remains isolated and really quite quiet, quieter than the CR-V. Unlike the CR-V, the Kia comes with a conventional 6-speed automatic transmission, and the rear wheels are mechanically connected through a drive shaft. There's a single electric motor at the front. You have standard drive modes that adjust the transmission, throttle, and steering response to the driver's preferred performance settings.
I really like the way both of these handle. I think Honda did a great job with the CR-V. Noise, vibration, and harshness has improved. It's really quite a quiet hybrid, and it's the same with the Sportage. Kia has done a very good job with this. It's actually a little bit quieter than the CR-V. I'm impressed with both.
Okay, so we have to get into a little bit of technical stuff here. So as Andrea mentioned, the gasoline engine in the CR-V is coming along for the ride and creating electricity as a generator. That puts power into the battery, and then the battery is what drives the electric motors. For the most part, that's what's driving the car. Over at Kia, they do it slightly differently. But what's interesting is that even though the engine isn't directly driving the wheels, they modulate the engine to make it feel like it's changing gears. It's this odd sensation. You can hear the revs go, and then it drops down like it changed a gear. But it's not actually connected to the wheels. It's a strange thing. Where at Kia, you actually have a conventional 6-speed automatic transmission, kind of what everybody's used to. And that's why it gives more of a neutral, normal driving experience.
The CR-V is 2.7 inches longer and under half an inch wider than the outgoing model. It offers 8.2 inches of ground clearance and has a bold and boxy new design with a broader stance and a longer hood. There are 2 hybrid trims in the U.S. and 1 in Canada. The top touring trim comes standard with LED headlights, a gloss black grille, body-colored door handles, black exterior mirrors, black roof rails, folding door mirrors, acoustic glass, dual chrome exhaust finishers, 19-inch black wheels, and a tire repair kit.
The Kia is really quite different looking. It has a strong and sharp presence with what they call a tiger nose grille that is more floating and smaller than before. The gloss black grille spans the entire width of the front fascia. On either side are boomerang-style daytime running lights. There's also unique LED headlamps, and projector LED headlamps are available. The Sportage has 8.3 inches of ground clearance and comes standard with LED tail lamps and a temporary spare tire. The rear wiper is hidden under the rear spoiler at the top, giving this hybrid a clean and modern design.
These are very different exterior design wise. I think the most feedback that I get from our followers and viewers is that they either love the futuristic look of the Kia or they prefer kind of the
Traditional.
Yeah, traditional, and maybe the CR-V will age better than the Kia. I mean, it's hard to tell. I like the look of both of them, and I especially think that the CR-V looks so much better than the outgoing model. Just my opinion.
So when we put the video out on the CR-V, the full-length video, people made a funny comment about the front, and it's only available on the hybrid, are the two, they look like exhaust finishers on the front bumper that really should be on the back bumper.
Yeah.
So people said, why did they put the exhaust outlets on the front? Anyway, it's just a design thing. And the problem is, Andrea, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, you can't unsee
So
it.
one is very traditionally sort of designed. One is very futuristic. The Kia, now that it's been on the road for about a year, it just blends in.
I actually think it stands out. I can't believe how many Kias I see. I drive
They
by
sell 'em.
and I'm like, oh, those are those boomerang style daytime running lights. I think it has a real presence. The interior of the CR-V is modern, open, and quieter than the outgoing model. This new model has the most cabin and cargo space in CR-V history. The new seats are very comfortable and are designed to reduce fatigue over long drives. The CR-V interior gets the same design elements as the new Civic. It's simple and uncluttered with soft materials and some hard plastic. The striking honeycomb mesh accent that stretches across the dash from door to door, hiding the air vents, is a unique interior feature. In Canada, since there's just one trim, it comes loaded with a 9-inch touchscreen with navigation, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 7-inch driver display, a wireless charger, a 12-speaker Bose sound system, heated steering wheel, power front seats, driver seat memory, heated front and rear seats, leather trim seating with orange accents, a moonroof, and a hands-free power tailgate. In the US, there are two trims. The base trim has the smaller 7-inch touchscreen, wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a power driver seat, cloth seats with orange stitching, heated front seats, and a moonroof. You can add a heated steering wheel for $460 in the US to this trim and a wireless charger for $350. The Top Sport Touring comes with all the same features that we get in the Canadian top trim.
Kia says the Sportage interior is a new concept for the brand, transforming the cabin into a pleasant living space inspired by modern architecture. The driver-focused cockpit comes with a dual panoramic curved display with two screens, with an available 12.3-inch digital driver display and a 12.3-inch touchscreen. Available leatherette upholstery, stitching, and quilted pattern seats create a sense of luxury. The top trim has features like a smart power liftgate, panoramic sunroof, 12.3-inch digital driver display, driver seat memory, ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, satin chrome interior door handles, and a Harman Kardon sound system. In the US, there are three trims. The base model comes with just an 8-inch touchscreen and a 12.3-inch driver display. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, heated front seats, a tire repair kit. If you get the middle trim, you get a 12.3-inch touchscreen, a heated steering wheel, a power driver seat, wireless charger, and temporary spare tire. Features available on this trim include a panoramic sunroof, smart power tailgate. The top SX Prestige has similar features to what we have on our top trim in Canada. The CR-V is missing some features that are available on the Kia, including ventilated front seats, a 360-degree panoramic camera, and a panoramic sunroof.
I think the key thing to remember here is that the CR-V Hybrid, which is a great vehicle.
Wait till you get to the price, though. Hang on a second.
It has the Civic interior, which some are like, okay, I like it on the Civic, but does Honda have to have that interior for every single model? Something to think about. The Kia offers more features for less money.
Oh,
I
lot
think it's
less
a
money.
bit of a mess for Honda to bring out a brand new vehicle without ventilated front seats. If you don't put a panoramic sunroof in, but you add a moonroof, okay, fine. But where's the 360 camera and where are the ventilated front seats? Two big misses, in my opinion.
Well, the big miss is the fact that, okay, a couple of things. The hybrid CRV in the Canadian market is only available on the top touring trim.
Yeah.
So the one we're showing you is the loaded model, and it doesn't even come close to the Kia when it comes to the screens that are available, right? So you get a 9-inch display monitor in the Honda, and then at Kia it's 12.3 inches. It's like night and day. So people like that connectivity. And then the other thing is, we're going to get into the pricing. I mean, it just looks so much more upscale than the Honda.
What can we say about it except that the Kia looks modern? It looks upscale.
It's luxurious almost.
I like this brick red interior. It's very beautiful. What the CRV has that the Kia does not is wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with navigation. I think that Kia is missing out on their wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on the larger touchscreen. If you do get the smaller touchscreen on any Kia model, you get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It has to do with navigation.
But you know what, Andrea, there is a hack for that.
I was going to say.
Yeah, so you can buy the bigger screen, and then you get one of those wireless Apple and Android dongles. You plug it into your USB plug, and then your phone connects automatically. So it's like a couple $100.
That's what people are doing.
$150.
Yeah.
And people are like, I'll get the bigger screen. I'll figure that out. It should be included, but it's not.
It's not. So hopefully, I think Kia is probably sick of us mentioning this.
Well, because we're going to hammer it until they change it. So
they even say to us on the launches sometimes when we're going to a new vehicle, yes, we know.
wireless Apple and Android on the bigger screens, Kia, Hyundai 2, and Genesis. All right, so that's that. Then you get into the size. These are both two of the biggest in this class. So let's do that.
The CRV is almost an inch longer than the Kia. For interior space, they are very similar in size, offering about the same front and second row legroom, along with cargo space behind the second row. Overall cargo space goes to the CRV, offering 76.5 cubic feet of space. The Kia has 73.7 cubic feet.
Let's start with the CRV, and let's start with pricing. The base sport front-wheel drive in the United States is basically $32,500. All-wheel drive is just under $34,000. Now the Sport Touring, the top trim, the only one we get in Canada, is just under $49,000. That same trim in the US is $38,500. Here's the official fuel economy, 6 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 6.9 on the highway. That's 40 miles per gallon city, 34 miles per gallon highway. The CRV can tow just 1,000 pounds, and it comes with a 3-year warranty or 60,000 kilometers, 36,000 miles.
Here's the pricing for the Kia Hybrid. The base model starts at just under $37,000, and the top trim is just over $42,000 in Canada. In the US, the first front-wheel drive model is just over $27,000, and the top trim is just over $36,000. Here's the fuel economy, 6.1 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 6.3 on the highway. That's 38 miles per gallon in the city and 38 miles per gallon on the highway. The Kia can tow 2,000 pounds, and Kia offers a warranty of 5 years or 100,000 kilometers, 60,000 miles.
So they're similar in size. They're similar in fuel economy. You know, results may vary depending on your driving style and where you live and the time of year, but they're going to be fairly close. But then you get into the price, Andrea.
Yeah.
And the price of the Kia is so much less. It's $13,000. That's a lot of money. $13,000 less than the Honda for the base model in Canada.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
13 grand. You could buy a used Honda Civic for that.
And even when you look at the top trim of the Kia and then of course the touring model in Canada, there's roughly a $7,000 Canadian difference. That's a lot of money when people are cross shopping. Now, one thing that Honda does well, and they've earned it, reliability and great resale value. You can depend on Honda. Kia has had some issues in the past with their engines, but it is improving. There are no recalls as far as we understand on this Sportage Hybrid.
Yeah, I think for you know, the way I unbox it, because it's hard to unbox a car that's only sold in Canada and it's 50K. People who are like Gen X and baby boomers, they grew up with Honda. They are now at an age where they can afford to pay for this car, and they'll just buy it because they've always had a Honda. But younger people who are buying maybe their first new car will look at this and cross shop and go, there's not a chance I'm buying the Honda.
Yeah, there's a few things I'm disappointed with the new CR-V. The lack of features, as I said. Also, fuel economy. We didn't get the official EPA numbers. We got 7.6 liters per 100 kilometers combined city highway driving that we had the vehicle for a week. The Kia is getting better.
Closer.
Fuel economy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's a hybrid. Isn't that the whole point of a hybrid, is to get great fuel economy?
You know what clobbers them? The RAV4 hybrid,
yeah.
first of all, is cheaper, way cheaper. We're not comparing that. We do have a separate video on that, by the way.
Yes, we do.
But it is the same thing. It's a lot cheaper than the Honda.
Yeah.
And then the fuel economy with the Toyota, like the king of hybrids, is incredibly good and better than both of these.
If you are a loyal Honda buyer, you only buy Hondas, and you
Full
want a
disclosure,
hybrid.
We own a Honda.
Yeah, we own a Honda when we love it. And you want a hybrid vehicle, you're going to be so impressed with this CR-V from the way it handles. I think it looks great. The technology is easy enough to use in it, and it's very comfortable. But if you are somebody who's looking for value in a vehicle, you will find it elsewhere. You will not find it with the CR-V hybrid in Canada.
$13,000 difference is hard to swallow, Andy.
No, you don't get as many features, obviously, in that base model.
Oh, but it comes
Kia
pretty nice.
hybrid.
The Kia comes pretty nicely equipped. I could be quite happy driving that base model Kia, knowing it's saved 13 large. Now, as Andrea mentioned, resale value 5, 6, 7 years from now, which one's going to be worth more? If I was going to Vegas, I hate going to Vegas. I would put my money. We would put my money. We'd put my money on Honda.
And also, keep in mind, Kia's got a great warranty, 5 years versus 3 with the Honda. So curious to to hear what you think. What would you buy?
Clickety clack clack clack. You'll see the comments. Honda all day. Kia all day.
I'm going
Honda
for value.
Sucks, Honda sucks, Kia sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why that's the World Wide Web. You guys are going to chime in, and we love reading the comments, so type below.
And this is such a competitive category, the compact SUV segment, whether you get a gas model, a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, there's tons of variety out there for each and every one of us.
Yeah, to the point, there's lots of options.
Yeah.
So people don't have to spend large on a Honda. That's what they've got to wake up to.
Yeah.
I think we've beaten this horse to death.
God, I think people are going to think, oh, they're doing a Honda. Now they're going to talk about pricing.
Well, you can't do a video and review it, which is what we do for a living, and not talk about the price. Value is a big part of buying a car. Okay, what else do they have to do, Andrea?
Well, you got to subscribe, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them and follow along on Instagram at Motormouth_Andrea. We put a sneak peek every week on what's coming up on the channel and when all of our videos drop.
And when will we see them next?
We'll see you next week.
And it's free.